If you commit enough to this understanding, and if you're really willing to be honest with yourself, then you will reach an inevitable turning point in your spiritual journey, wherein you are presented with a choice. You have to choose at some point between God and separation. And of course, ultimately, the choice has already been made. It is an evolutionary law that you're going to sink deeper and deeper into an understanding of your true nature. But as far as human life is concerned, you realize, often very quickly, that there is an incompatibility with the way that most people are accustomed to living their life, and with what it looks like and feels like to embody truth, to be secure in that, and to be brave enough to really be so honest with yourself that the honesty is not dependent on any external outcome or situation to arise, but is rather a self-sustaining quality of your own willingness to look inward. Even when we want to improve ourselves or become more spiritually aware or whatever it is, we always place these contingencies on it. We always say, I'll meditate more when I have time for it, right? When I get this promotion, then I'll slow down. When I live in this place, then I'll finally surrender and get in touch with myself. But the truth is that life is always going to be throwing curveballs at you. That's what it means to embody a human form. And if you find yourself dependent on any outcome or circumstance for you to be present, the universe is going to show you that dependency, either through taking away the thing that you think you depend on, or by showing you how unsustainable that dependence is through the very friction that that dependence causes. So you make a choice. Are you finally going to recognize that you are what holds the key to your own happiness? Or are you going to continue to drift between temporary states of mind, identifying with each one, clutching it so tightly to your chest, then resisting when life asks you to let go of it? And I need you to understand that there is no such thing as loss. You cannot lose any person. You cannot lose any true joy. Because you are both the essence and the container of everything you have ever wanted in your life. And it's not about the symbols. It's about the real substance, the inner experience of joy. And the amount of joy that you experience is a direct translation of your willingness to let go of all concepts, all dependencies, even depending on things that you think are good for you. It is impossible to lose anyone or anything. It is impossible to be separate, to not be awake, to not be alive. And if you don't understand this, remind yourself of it over and over again until you do. And don't take my word for it. Please don't. But just sit with yourself and be honest and be open to life on its own terms. Allow yourself to flow with the rhythms of nature, to harmonize, to make music with the world. That's what you're here to do. And that's how you awaken. By making the choice to play with the orchestra, instead of trying to march your way to the front and force yourself to be the conductor, even though the song is going one way and you find yourself like... And of course, the whole orchestra is you, and ultimately you are the conductor of it all, and yet as we seem to embody these temporary human forms, the human loves to resist experience. In some ways, that's what it is to be human, right? To constantly strive and grasp for things. And you don't really get to God by transcending that humanness, but by embracing it. And to allow yourself to flow with nature, regardless of what seeming consequence it has for your imagined external life. That's what it means to embrace the humanness. Because you are trusting the innate intelligence of the body to guide you through this world. And as such, you are trusting your heart to give you real perspective. The mind can weigh the pros and cons, but the heart is the only true decider. To be honest, you have to live through the heart. You have to let go. So it's a choice then. It's a choice that you will make in every living instant.